Welcome to the Common Thread Podcast, a podcast all about the college experience. It doesn't matter if you're a student at Bloomsburg, Lock Haven, or Mansfield, this podcast is for you. Before we get started with today's episode, let's roll that intro. Welcome back. I'm your host, Justin White. And here with me is my co-host, Lindsay Mays, and we have a very special guest with us here for today's episode, our new interim president, Dr. Osgood.
Well, thank you for welcoming me to the podcast.
All right. Well, for today's episode, we're going to discuss all about the college experience. Yeah. And while we're doing that, we're going to be coloring one of the Commonwealth mascots. But we're not going to reveal the results until the end of the episode.
All right, now. So
we're supposed to color and talk at the same time?
Oh, yeah. And listen, Jeff, me and Mays, we're really competitive, all right? So, Jeff, what was your college experience like?
Yeah, my college experience wasn't the traditional path, 4 years and out. I graduated high school in 1998, and I didn't walk across the stage until 2005 for my undergraduate degree. So 7 years. There were lots of starts and stops, a lot of exits on that pathway towards the collegiate degree, but I'm grateful for it. And so I think one of the best things about that experience is I think it allows me to be somebody who understands how the vast majority of students experience the collegiate experience, the collegiate journey. It's really not just 4 years, 4 years, and 4 years. Our students are phenomenal. Our students, the vast majority of them are working 30 hours or more a week. They're on the fields, whether it be athletics or marching band. They're in our theaters. They're in our kiln shops. They're doing all kinds of things. And the 4 years is really tough. And to those students who can achieve a 4-year degree in that time period, I mean, I have nothing but mad respect for them, but that's just not that journey. And so my journey was a little bit different.
You might have even goals in life, and it's always going to be those unexpected moments where you take a different path of that journey, and it kind of gets you to where you're supposed to be. So I was kind of curious too if there was a defining moment during your college experience that kind of led you to the path that you're on now.
No, it's really great. So I have this funny story. So one of the things I did in my multiple stop outs from college is I was a flight attendant. And
Really?
Yeah, I was a flight attendant, and I remember sitting there seeing another flight attendant over the age of 60 pouring a Diet Coke, and I said, "Yeah, no, I won't be pouring Diet Coke. It's at 30,000 feet in the air." 60, and I thought, you know what? I love political science. I love sociology. I love all of that. I said, so I cold called my advisor, and I said, "I'm ready to come back." And he was amazing, and he responded very quickly, and he said, "We're ready for you when you're ready to come back." And I enrolled the very next semester, that fall semester, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, these are people who care about me, and they're not judging me because I wasn't the typical college student. And their faith in me and belief in my abilities was something that is just, I've never experienced it since. And I thought to myself, this is what I want to do. I want to do the same thing for the students myself. And so that's why I decided to not only go back to school, finish my undergraduate degree, but go into grad school and complete my master's and my doctorate. And then, that was 17 years ago, I stepped on the campus of Westchester University. Never did I think that I'd be at Commonwealth University, but this has been an honor, and I'm very much enjoying it.
Yeah. So, and that's you mentioned a lot of great points with your last answer there too, and I kind of just want to piggyback on that, right? So you just been here for what, over a month now, a little over a month now. Yeah. It's crazy how time flies. And you've been through with a lot of prospective students are now going through, right? Just when you first got here, you've taken a tour at each of the 3 campuses, got a chance to see what that like.
You gave me a tour.
Yes. golf cart one too. Yeah.
You were not so successful with that drive.
Listen, I'll give you a funny story here. So like, you're telling me, you're like, yo, you're doing because we've just been through this curve, and you're like, yo, like you're doing a great job driving this curve here, and then And then just a little bit after, we
I was worried I needed a seatbelt after that.
don't worry, you have to pass we have a golf cart driving course that you have to pass before you drive.
Did you pass it first?
But you've toured our 3 campuses. Just what has it been like exploring all of our campuses so far?
Oh, so it's such a great question. So what's really fascinating is people think about Westchester as being the largest university of like 17,000 plus students, but it is the smallest university in terms of land, and because it's right in the borough of Westchester. It's bordered by West Goshen Township and East Bradford and West Town. So when I stepped onto the campus of Bloomsburg and Lock Haven and Mansfield, you have these beautiful expansive spaces that are just welcoming and inviting, and you're just like, wow. And I thought to myself, I was like, this is a place I could be. Like, it would just like the connectedness I felt to the physical presence of each of the 3 campuses was just fascinating to me, right? And it's very different. At Westchester, we're all crammed into like a city block, and here I come here, there's fresh air, and there's all this other stuff. We have fresh air at Westchester too. I'm going to get in trouble. I mean, they are sending me back, but anyway. But like the 3 campuses are just so beautiful, and then often, at Lock Haven and Mansfield, off in the distance are these beautiful, majestic mountains, and it's just so different. But really, the thing that makes the 3 campuses special, and while the land and the buildings and the spaces and the places are fantastic, it is like the faculty and staff, they care so deeply about our students. Like, this is a place where you will find support and comfort and care, and people who are going to carry you on their backs across that finish line. And so ultimately, I love that the question was about what do the spaces feel like, but the special sauce is the people here at Commonwealth.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And, we are just kind of curious too, because I know each campus is so unique in its size and even the community that's a part of each campus. And, you've had a little bit of time to go to each of the campuses and the time that you've been here. I want to know, like, what's been your favorite thing at each of them? So we'll start with Mansfield. What's your favorite thing about Mansfield?
Oh, so my favorite thing at Mansfield is great. So there's this big open area that used to have a residence hall that they have torn down, and they have put Adirondack chairs there in that green space, and you can sit there and overlook the mountains, right? And so like that is great. So I've gone and done that. So that's Mansfield.
So now, like, as you're driving down 220 off of the mountain, right, and you're passing Williamsport, you're rolling into Lock Haven.
I mean, you're throwing out these numbers I have no idea. It's all Waze for me.
Yeah. I'm an Apple Mapsman, but yeah, I heard Waze is the way to go. Waze is the way to go. What's your favorite thing about the Haven?
What's great is, so last night I spent the night here. It was interesting as president. They're like, remember that you're president of all 3 campuses, and not just one. You have to have presence on each campus, and that's great. So last night I stayed at a VIP house, but asterisk ... Even though it says VIP house, it's just a regular house. Special about it. But I was able to take a walk along the dike last night, and so I did the full 2 miles, then went and walked through downtown, and then back up. And it was really great to see this very quaint, lovely town. But on campus, I really, last week I was here, and it was by coincidence, quite honestly, that it was also the involvement fair.
Yes.
And so I got to experience that, and that open space is just fantastic and wonderful. And so right now, I would say that that open space out there between Bentley and
Ivy Lane, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's my favorite space.
All right, and then one last but not least, too, then you're making your trip over to Bloomsburg.
Husky Land.
Huskyland, what's your favorite thing about Bloomsburg?
My favorite thing about Bloomsburg so far is really the quad. So it was interesting. I was with a faculty member in their office in the School of Business, and they had a picture from 1980 of the way the campus used to look, and the quad used to be like this parking lot, and and it was nothing too scenic at all. And so to see that, there's the fountain now, and it's just, the quad extends from the library all the way down to the Student Success Center. And in fact, I love it so much. I've broken a little bit of tradition and history. The president's office at
Wow.
Bloomsburg is in Carver Hall.
Mm-hmm.
But Carver Hall is definitely not my vibe, so I'm sorry, the administration building.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think that's unique that you want to be where the students are.
exactly.
Yeah.
In Carver Hall, you look outside, you don't see anything. Nobody comes by Carver Hall. It's at the end. It's at the bottom of the hill. I'm sure alums will get mad at me for saying that and all that good stuff. And it's a special building, and it's perfect for the arts and theater and all kinds of different things.
Mhm.
And that we're going to protect that space. And who knows what the next president will want. But the Arts Administration building, the office I'm in, I just literally turn around in my seat, and I see faculty, staff, and students outside. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the holidays because I have floor to ceiling windows in that particular office, and I'm going to decorate it so they see there's the president's office.
Yeah, and it's creating a welcoming space for students and faculty and staff to want to come into and chat about as well.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like when I walked into Carver Hall, I was like, oh, this is very historical. It's great, but like this is not what students are interested in 2025, right?
Hmm. And when you mentioned that you broke old tradition, we thought you were talking about you walked across the quad because we asked a few Husky legends out there. You're not supposed to do that one, so we kind of got a little bit worried.
I know, Jeff, you're talking about, just kind of making your presence on campus known, and you want to be part of the campus culture too. So,
Hmm.
what would you say is the most important thing that you want students to know about you as their president?
It's really interesting. The thing that I want them to know about me is that I'm them. I've
Mhm.
walked miles in their shoes. I've experienced the journey that they're experiencing. I don't come from a privileged background. I don't come from a rarefied space. There are points in my life where I grew up in a single wide trailer. We moved around a lot because my father was in the military, but we spent most of our time in Kentucky. But I think leaders who have that lived experience that is similar to the people that they are working with, that they're leading, are better able to kind of think about the ways in which they can adapt and shift the university to make it a place that resonates with the
Right.
students. And like I've said before, we're not here for the students. I don't know what we're here for.
Hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Piggybacking off of that point, you send to students, faculty, and staff a lot of really motivational emails too, as well, right? Talking about how this isn't just you're not just trying to fill a space for a year. You're trying to accomplish great things and put us on the map as the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
What are you most excited to see grow about Commonwealth University in the next year?
You know what it is. The thing I'm most excited to see grow here at Commonwealth is hope, optimism, and positivity. Because there is so much to be excited about in terms of our future. There is a bright future ahead of us, and I think that focusing on campus culture,
Hmm.
that's the thing that I want to grow. And when the time comes for me to depart, which will be a sad day, if I turn around and see that there are people who are happy about where they work. These are people who even with a group of people who have a lot of wonderful contributions to make about what our future should look like,
Hmm.
they're still committed. They're still, deeply invested in our student success. So it really is about continuing to build on this positive campus culture,
Mhm.
and of course, working with the faculty and staff and students to make some changes that will help with the long-term success and sustainability of Commonwealth.
Hmm.
Because let me tell you something, I've seen the numbers, I've seen the people. We are going to be here for another 150 years, and this is going to be one of the most successful places because it is a place where people can come to thrive. It is a place where students will come to start the next chapter of their lives. And
Absolutely. And I think that that's a great point too about Commonwealth and helping to grow that campus culture, because I would say collectively,
Hmm.
we've been going through this process for a handful of years now, and we're starting to get to the point where there's some unity even across the campuses, but there's still a lot that we can do to grow as individual campuses and then together as Commonwealth University. So I agree with your sentiment there, and I hope that that continues to be moved in the positive direction, you know?
I don't know if you mind me kind of following up on that a little bit, but what's so awesome and amazing about Commonwealth University is that we have three legacies, three histories, three sets of faculty and staff that are amazing, and three wonderful mascots. But these three universities really reflect the Commonwealth. And so while there might be other universities in Pennsylvania who try to use the Pennsylvania name, ultimately, I think we are the real Commonwealth.
As you've been through all of our campuses across the Commonwealth,
Yeah.
have you experienced anything that has surprised you so far?
Well, so first of all, this morning I did breakfast in Bentley, and that was the biggest omelet I've ever had in my life. So Dr. strategy is all you can eat omelets. That's what I'm into. And then at Mansfield is great. Though I've been trying to give up a lot of things in my life right now, with sugar, and I'm not doing too well with that. At Mansfield, they have like to-go ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, Upper Manzer, yeah.
Well,
I've been-
I legitimately went over to the manager and said, "How many are we allowed to take out of the?" You can have one in your mouth and one in your hand. So that's what I did.
I love that. I love that.
And then, of course, one of the things that I was super excited, and it's lame, and you can make fun of me all you want, is on Bloom's campus. I'm a huge Subway fan. And so they have a Subway on Bloom's campus, so you can see me there at 7 p.m. getting a 12-inch turkey sub with American cheese and ranch dressing.
Have you been into the Dunkin' Donuts by any chance yet?
Sure.
They had this. Because so when I first got hired here as a recruiter, I visited all three campuses, like how you've been going to all three. And one of the unique things that I've noticed is that there's a sign when you walk into the Dunkin' Donuts at Bloomsburg. It says Huskies run on Dunkin'. You know how the slogan for Dunkin' says America runs on Dunkin'? It said Huskies run on Dunkin'. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. But then we speak about dining halls and eating at each of the three campuses. I've been at all three dinings, mates. I never had a bad meal, either. Definitely when we're talking about the Bents, never had a bad meal there. Of course, you talked about your Subway order. What's my to-go order, maze in the Bentley, maze? What I usually go?
2 glizzies, 2 chicken patties.
With the hot sauce.
With the hot sauce.
Yes.
Usually a piece of pizza.
Yes.
And 2 brownies.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh yeah. No.
Okay, so you don't get to throw a hot sauce up there without telling us what brand you like.
Oh, I use. I don't even. It's
what we have here, but what do you like? What do you have at home? What's in your cupboard?
It's just the regular traditional. I don't know the name of it, but if you show me what that hot sauce, that buffalo sauce look like, oh, I know for sure, 100%. Texas Pete's. Okay, all right now. Maze usually goes for a salad.
Yeah, no hot sauce here. I can't do it, but I love a good chicken patty.
Yes.
Soup. Gotta have soup. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. I want to know what's on the menu for soup that day.
Now, I'll show my ignorance. When you were talking earlier, what's glizzy? A glizzy?
It's a hot dog.
That's what the streets.
That's what the streets. Yeah, that's what the street. Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
That's what the.
Like, I know that I'm 44. But like, this is a new word for me.
Listen, I crossed that. People already know. When they see me going to Bentley and they get, they already know. There's 2 things in Bentley that I can never leave without. It's a hot dog, and on Fridays it's Smash Burger Friday. Can't leave without those 2 things. They usually record me because the students usually try to get me on their video when they see me getting a hot dog because they know that's the special. That's the Jay White special right there.
Do you want to know what the real struggle is?
What's the real struggle?
I'm gonna create World War III on this. But this whole Wawa guy.
Oh yeah.
Sheets thing.
Yeah.
It's different.
You getting her going?
There's only sheets up here. I'm like, what's going on? At least the M&Ms are the same at Wawa and the sheets.
I'm a Wawa's man too, Jeff. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm, coming from southeastern Pennsylvania originally. It's been hard getting, adjusted to the sheets, but sheets is good too.
Yeah.
I'll go for the sheets every once in a while. I'll show the
Show
sheets.
some
I show love to Central and Western PA there.
I will tell you, it is fascinating to call home and try to explain to people that you go to the gas station to have a meal for the night. Where'd you go? I was like, the Wawa. They're like, what is Wawa? Is it like a restaurant? I'm like, no.
No, it's a gas station, also a convenience store. You get the subs from Wawa. Come on now, and then Maze. What's your go? I know you're a Wawa. I know you're a sub. I mean,
Oh,
a
you're getting them
sheets.
all mixed
Yeah, I'm
up.
getting them all mixed in there. I know you're a sheets woman there.
I usually go for a flatbread, like
Mm-hmm.
a steak and cheese,
Oh.
and sometimes I'll get either like curly fries or mac and cheese. That's usually my go-to.
All right, now, Maze. All right.
Mhm. Um, how are we feeling about these drawings so far? Are we still
Yeah,
working?
I am. I think I should do like I did in college and drop out.
Oh no! Don't worry. We're
I need 7 years to do things, dude. I
Don't worry. We'll guide you along the way.
Okay.
Are we, Mazer? You think we're ready? Are you ready for your big reveal?
It's the background.
Let's keep coloring and maybe let's do some rapid fire questions, Jeff. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, whatever you want to do. This is
Mm.
All right, just like
yeah.
quick one word or short answer here.
Yikes.
The first one, what was your go-to snack or food in college?
Oh yeah, Ben and Jerry's fish food ice cream.
Ooh,
Mm.
Yeah.
like
The
the American.
marshmallow and the caramel and the chocolate ice cream and the little chocolate fishes. Yep.
Can't go wrong with a little Ben and J's.
Nothing ice cream can't fix either, if you ask me. What was your favorite class?
Oh, intro to American government. It was everything. It was the faculty member who actually ultimately helped me come back, but it was
Mm.
yeah, political science 101. It was really cool. Yeah, it sparked everything for me.
Any advice for freshmen?
Oh yeah, don't do what I did, which is stay in my room and to not get involved.
Hmm.
Get out, join those clubs, stretch yourself, like do the thing that you don't want to do. And when I say stay in your room, I'm in my bedroom. Like one of the things that I regret, my biggest regret, was never living on campus. Like I lived in a college town where my house was just 5 minutes from the university, but
Hmm.
I miss that experience. I hear the way people talk about college when they lived on campus.
Right.
So, joining a club, like those were things I didn't do. And I know that's very easy to say because I was working, and like most of our students, they work many hours, but there are clubs out there that can fit into some of your free time. So I think it's worth squeezing it in, even if your schedule already seems packed. So,
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I would kind of go off of that too, just briefly, where I had a very similar experience. But the thing that I tried to do was push myself to be involved because I knew there was no better way to kind of get immersed into the culture of the
Mhm.
campus and, pushing yourself to have those experiences that'll better you off later down the line too. So
And by the way, it's no joke when go to faculty office hours. Faculty would talk about how students never show up, and like when I'm saying like stop by my office, I think people think I'm just doing that to be nice. Like I'm just saying it. I
Yeah.
really mean it. Like stop by my office. Like, I
Mhm.
want to see it. Like that's like what I'm here for, right?
Right. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool too. To have a open door policy to a certain extent, of course, right? But I think that's pretty unique.
are you, let's Starbucks or Dunkin'?
So Starbucks, but fun fact, I don't drink caffeine, so it's the unsweetened passion tea lemonade is my drink at Starbucks.
Okay.
Mm. I tell you this, Jeff, if I don't come home with a strawberry refresher in my hand, my wife is going to tell me to go out and get her one. She's going to kick me out for sure.
Good. I didn't realize the first time I drank one that they have caffeine in them. So
Ooh.
You're a
I
little
was a
wired.
little energetic after that experience.
What's the first job you ever had?
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I answered phones and took orders at Pizza Hut.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, I feel like I'm not telling you the complete truth. I was working at Shoney's as a busboy, and I only made it through one day because I was like, "This is too much trash on these plates, and I can't clean all of them." So that was one shift at Shoney's, and then my first multi-day job, taking orders at Pizza Hut.
Would you say you're a morning person or a night owl?
Oh, I'm definitely a morning person. 4:30 and I are best friends in the morning.
Mhm.
That's the 4:30 gym club if you ever want to join.
Yeah.
There is where.
We kind of made it up on our own, but
In our office, there's a me.
It's really helpful advice because I'm struggling with the rec center hours. Starting at 7, I'm like, whoa.
Oh yeah, no, we're early birds. We're early birds.
So good.
What would you say, like, if you weren't in higher ed, what career would you maybe have pursued?
Oh, I always wanted to be an ER doctor
Okay.
because I love the fast paced nature of it. Like you take care of somebody like in the moment, and then you triage them and you address their acute and immediate concerns, and then you pass them along to somebody else. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin? I don't know if we're allowed to go off script here.
Yeah, no. If I wasn't in higher, I mean, if you'd have asked me a few years ago when I was in college, I thought I was going to the league, you know, to be the next Chris Collier, but yeah, no, but if I have no idea. Honestly, that would probably most likely be it. What about you, Mace?
For a long time, I wanted to be a vet. I think looking at it now, I would be 100% be either a gym teacher or something in like physical or occupational therapy.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't think I could do the science then. That was part of my problem.
The AMP1 and AMP2s, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sold. We had dodgeball in PE course, but let me just tell you, being a small kid with a weight problem, you get all the balls aimed at you.
And Jeff, what would be one word that you would use to describe Commonwealth for you?
Hopeful. There's so much hope here, and that hope deserves good leadership, and I'm gonna work day and night to be the leader you all deserve.
Maze, if you could describe it in one word, what would it be?
Powerful.
That's
It's
very
better
good.
together, you know.
I love that.
What about you, Justin?
You know me. I'm gonna go opportunity.
Oh, I knew it.
I'm gonna go opportunity. You know, because you know here we believe opportunity is created. You know, it's created by people that's willing to achieve more. You know, so the more you're willing to achieve, the more opportunity you're gonna get. Right.
There you have it, folks. That's our new brand at Commonwealth University.
You think it's time, Ace?
I think I've gotten as far as I can.
Hey, I gotten as far as I can. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you did good.
You did, yeah, you did. You all did good. I think it's we ready to show our.
Yeah.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. I could have done a little bit better with the bald eagle here. Don't Haven Legends, don't be upset at me, please. I promise. You know, I tried my best. I'm not really as artistic, but hey, that's you and Jeff did
My vote is. Sorry.
My only regret is I switched what I thought was a similar shade of red here, and it was more pink. So Carver looks a little pink. So I do have to say I did know the right color. It just didn't.
Well, don't feel too bad. I was nervous while I was answering your questions, and I started to color in the tree blue. Not have blue.
So now we'll shift into our segment that is called Mindset Matters, right? And throughout the course of this episode here, we've gained a lot of insight on our new president. And one of the things that pretty much stuck out to me was it's never too late. And 2 is that we're all on different paths and different journeys to get to the place that we want to go. No matter how rough things get this semester, no matter how much work is being thrown at you, whether you're a student that is just taking coursework, or if you're a student athlete, or if you have a job on campus too as well, is that it's always important to remember to take care of your mental health too as well. Find time to do something that you enjoy. Find time to do something that releases the stress that you're going through, but always find time for the people around you, right? Your parents, your supporters, your loved ones, right? Don't forget to give them a call too as well to let them know how things are going, right? No matter how much things get rough, always remember that CU has your back. All right. So thank you, Jeff, for joining us here with today's episode.
My pleasure.
Of course, Maze. We'll see you again. Old Faithful. There we go. But please remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our social media channels, and stay tuned for the next episode. Have a good one.